Hi, this is Ashley Victoria Robinson coming to you live from the show floor here at C2E2 in Chicago, and I am joined by the smartest person in the entire Arrowverse, Emily Bett Rickards.
Thank you. Yes, very intelligent on a TV show.
And in real life, it's the glasses.
It's
they
the glasses.
let us know.
Honestly, you put on glasses and your IQ and your EQ go straight up.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Oh, and EQ, see, that you are
Because
smart.
you can see into somebody's soul.
Into their soul. Oh.
Yeah.
How has Chicago treated you so far?
I love this city. Yeah, I really do. It's like it has it kind of has like the beat of New York, but you can spin around with your arms wide open.
Ooh, I love that. As a fellow Canadian, I have to
What?
ask.
You could just slip that in there.
Yeah,
We should have been
casually.
like, now we have a different report.
We're from opposite coasts, though, so maybe we're enemies. I don't know.
Where are you from?
Ontario.
Oh, I've heard of it.
So yeah. You know that one over there with the money, and we like to pretend that, but you got all the
It's
good art
right there.
stuff out there.
I mean, we do, but Montreal has quite a bit of it as well.
Look, we don't talk about French Canada.
Why not?
In the English language, on parle français si on va faire ça.
Mais oui.
But I have to ask, what is your Tim Hortons order?
I don't go.
No.
No, but I did see somebody walk on the plane with like a full case of Timbits, and I thought to myself, wow.
You didn't want to steal it from them?
I did a little bit, yeah.
I would love that if you started a fist fight
Over
on an
Timbits?
airplane over Timbits of all things.
Man, I mean, I wouldn't put it past me.
So you are here, of course, celebrating the legacy of Arrow.
I know, right?
What is it about Felicity Smoke that you think has made her such a beloved character, even now, so many years after the end of the show?
I think her authenticity, I don't think she had a chance to be anybody else than who she is. Like, she can't really, there's something so endearing about her, right, is that she kind of like picks herself up as she goes along.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always really enjoyed that about her. Yeah, she's just like really herself.
And you blessedly got made into an action figure.
I did, yeah, and I have an extra set of hands.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what they're for. Somebody told me typing, and I was like, well, I only have one pair of hands, and they type.
How many Felicity Smoke action figures do you still own?
I actually don't think I have one.
No?
I know.
That's so sad.
I know.
Maybe
I
someone will
should
give you
get
one this weekend.
I should get one.
Was there a particular moment during your time on the show that felt especially defining where you're like, that encapsulates this experience?
Well, you have to remember I was 20. So I was like, I don't know, like, I was just like, it was the dream come true.
Yeah,
I was trying to say a deer in headlights, but then all of a sudden the deer was like on Broadway. So I was like, a deer on Broadway? I don't know what I'm trying to say. Kind of like a thoroughly modern Millie experience. I always remember the episode of, Oliver showing up in the back of her car. And I'm not sure why that was so big for like me, for Emily, but there was a part of the thing about like, oh, we had to choose a car and that it was going to be long term. Like there were kind of like more jargon around how long she was staying at that point, which is not really in terms of episodic or like Arrow story. It was just kind of like the BTS of like how film and TV works and what's going to happen to your character. And so it felt like more of an investment in who she was. And I don't think I was getting like whispers of that, but I'm not sure I understood what that meant yet, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So there's kind of like a little bit more of an imprint of what that scene in that episode is. And also Felicity's life completely changes from that moment on. I mean, you find a superhero in the back of your car, you are not the same person anymore.
And then you go on to become a superhero in so many different ways in your own right. Because the lore for all of us fans is that Felicity wasn't supposed to stick around that long, but you were
It's
so
true.
amazing that they simply said, we have to keep her around forever and ever, and she's going to be the smartest, most important person in the universe. So
I think that's the coolest thing about art is that you don't necessarily know always what you're making.
Yeah.
Like you have to step into something open, and that's what the writers did, and they've sort of followed that, kind of breadcrumb trail that, the genius or the art was like laying out, and it takes a listener to a certain amount and courage to follow that kind of thing as opposed to sticking to a plan, right? And that's why we do what we do, is because it's exciting and you don't necessarily know when it's going to start to vibe.
You did mention Thoroughly Modern Millie
Yeah.
earlier. Were you a musical theater girl?
I was, yeah.
Were you able to take any of those skills? Like, was your box step really useful to you as you entered into the world of episodic television?
Yeah, well, my box set was never useful to me, probably because there's so many people out there who can actually dance.
We're speaking it into the universe.
I always, people are like, "Are you a triple threat?" And I'm like, "Anything for a good joke." It's like, okay, what do you need? I think, I think it's just another avenue to express creativity, you know. I have friends with voices that can make you cry because they're so angelic. I can sing, but I'm not that person, you know.
I really want to ask you what the top of your range is, but instead I'm going to ask a much more broader and interesting question for people who aren't into musical theater, which is, are there any classical musical theater roles that you would be really interested in pursuing?
Obviously, I love Chicago. I think it's like such a classic. I mean,
Roxy or Velma, though?
Oh, probably Roxy. Just always kind of had it. Wow, Velma's so fun. Velma now. I think maybe I was Roxy when I was younger. I was like, oh yeah, Roxy, but now I'm like, Velma.
That's a great answer.
Yeah, you know, maybe I've gotten older. Who would have thought?
Nah.
Yeah.
When you left Arrow, I think the next role that many big fans think of you is as Mildred Burke.
Yeah.
What made you want to play another tough lady?
Oh man, well, she was so different and she was so inspiring, and the fact that, you know, Mildred was this woman who I mean, she changed the landscape for women in so many areas, and especially wrestling, especially female sports. I was so attracted to finding out what she was made of, you know, what she was built of, and trying that on. So I think you get the characters you need too. I'm a big believer in the characters that come to you are coming to you for a reason.
Do you think it shaped people's expectations of you as an actor?
I don't know. You know, I guess I hope so. It helped me reshape my version of acting. You know, kind of how you go forward, and each character and that you get the opportunity to play. And I think that, you know, for actors out there, that even goes to your auditions and your classwork. Like those characters that meet you for a reason. Even if you're choosing them, say you're in class and you choose them, you've chosen them for a reason. They're there to teach you something. So yeah, I would hope that she changed my craft, and I believe that she did. I mean, even when I work on things now, I feel like it's different.
So you've played a tech genius, a wrestling genius, a wistful genius in Never Gonna Be Alone. Yeah. What is the next genius you want to embody?
I don't know. A fun genius.
Ooh, someone who smiles and is well-rounded and is having a nice time.
Yeah, just like loves joy. You know, I think we probably need more of that. And like, how endearing is it that someone can find gratitude in everything? I don't know.
Oh, that's really beautiful. Because I was going to say, like, oh, you sound like you need to be the star of a Pixar project.
Oh my God, I love Pixar.
What's your favorite Pixar?
I love Coco.
Oh, great answer.
I love Up.
Oh, all the ones that make you cry.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you have to have all dimensions, but I do think Inside Out is probably the most intricate piece of storytelling, animation or not. Like, could you imagine sitting at the first pitch of that and be like, okay, I have an idea. Like, we've never heard of it before, you know, and then explaining it and then getting all animators on board and create, you know, I know Meg LaFauve is a big part of that, and I'm a big fan of hers. And I think it's just an incredible piece.
I do think you'd be a delightful live action joy.
Merci.
As well. And then lastly but not leastly, because here in the Popverse we celebrate the best in TV, movies, and comics, what are you geeking out about that you're not working on? So what are you just enjoying as a fan?
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I am reading, there's a series that starts with the book The Will of the Many by Islington.
Yes.
Australian writer. Pretty sure he's Australian. I'm on the second book of that, and it's pretty freaking wild. I'm pretty deep, and I'm like, I'm not sure I totally understand, man, but I'm here for it. So I'm a big fan of sort of like sci-fi and in that realm, and things with sort of like like an underground resistance. I like that type of storytelling. In terms of like films and TV, I'm working my way through sort of the award season films at the moment. You know, I think I'm a little late on that, but that's okay. You know, life is busy.
Yeah. When you're here at C2E2 running here, there, everywhere.
Yeah, life is busy. What are you gonna do? Yeah. I mean, what else? What are you geeking out about?
Oh, I just finished the new translation of the Iliad, so that is what I'm really into. And I'm going to read the Odyssey because the new movie's coming out.
Oh, how exciting!
And if I can recommend you checking out Project Hail Mary, it's very,
yes,
very
I
good
do.
as well.
Yes, I know. Should I listen to it or should I read it? Because a lot of people are like, you should listen to it. I'm like, but I'm a reader.
Ooh, I am not a super big audiobook girly.
Okay.
I really enjoyed reading the book, so I would recommend reading the book if you have this in your infinite free time.
Yeah, my infinite free time.
Yeah.
I don't listen to a lot of fiction on audiobooks, but I am listening to Rick Rubin's The Creative Act right now on audiobook, and he's
a genius.
He narrates it too, which is really nice to hear his voice. I was just like, oh yes, talk to me more. So I'm geeking out about that too.
Emily, thank you so much for joining us here in the Popverse today.
Thanks for having me.